Hi, this is Jeremy Harmon from J Harmon Design, and this is the Kayak series, where I give you an in-depth look at the design and the transformation of a basic kayak into a tournament quality fishing kayak. Part 1 of the series is an introduction to the kayak itself, as well as some of the factory specifications. So the kayak that I'm going to be working with is a Pelican Castaway 116. It's a 12-foot kayak, and at the moment I have it stripped down to how it would come from the store if you were to buy it today. With that being said, we're going to start out by taking a look at its original design and its key features. This kayak is sold in stores as a fishing kayak or an angler's kayak. In reality, it's not much different than your standard sit-on-top hobby kayak. It has a dry storage in the front. It has an open storage in the back. The only real features that warrant it being called a fishing kayak is the adjustable rod holder between your legs. It has a bungee strap that holds the paddle on while you're fishing. It has the 2 adjustable foot pedals to kind of balance yourself and give you some leverage, and 2 trolling rod holders, which I just use for storage for extra pulls, coming off the backside. There's a few other things to note about the design of this kayak. One of them is that it's built in 2 separate pieces. So the top deck and the bottom of the hull are both molded separately, and then they're fastened together with a plastic weld around the outside. There's 4 holes that come up through the hull, and these also are weld points. I like to use these holes as anchors for many of my modifications. That way I can keep drilling of the hull to a minimum. Also worth noting are a few of these spots all around the deck rail that are pre-tapped from the factory, and they are tapped to fit the factory clips. So I will be adding a couple clips for one of my modifications, and that should be the only drilling I'm gonna do. Now that you've seen my kayak, let's take a quick look at the gear that you're going to see throughout this series. I'm designing my kayak for efficiency as well as ease of use when I need it. So everything that you see on this table is going to have its own specific location, keeping those 2 things in mind. I'm also going to try to maximize as much capacity as I can because there is a lot of gear that needs to fit on a small boat. In part 2 of this series, we're going to take a more in-depth look at the dry storage, as well as different options for storing your tackle and tools. Thank you for watching part 1 of my kayak series. To check out the rest of the series as it comes out, or to see any of my other projects, please subscribe to my channel or follow me on Twitter and Instagram at j_Harmon Design.